Graham Stephan. I'm always compelled when I see, and I pay attention, right? I pay attention because I see the rise, I see the different people that come, I see the different people that go. I see when people really, really hit the scene and they take off because they hit a niche and they doing really, really well with their content that they got going on. And then when I see them start to trail off or fall off a little bit, I'm always interested in what the hell is going on behind the scenes. Did they decide that they made enough money? Did they get burned out? Do they not want to continue to work as hard? Did they find a girl that they like and then they start to spend more time with her? What does that look like? What does that look like? Well, now we gonna kill two birds with one stone with this next one, okay? Because we all know who Graham Stephan is. Graham Stephan is the financial guy that talked about credit cards and real estate and all of this other type of stuff, and he's been around, right? You say you don't know who this man is? Well, he has millions of subscribers, multiple different platforms, and he's made a lot of videos with regard to finances, stock market, all of that, right? All of that. And so most people know who Graham Stephan is. Most people know who Graham Stephan is. And so most of the time, most people make whatever adjustments that they have made in the background, but they don't necessarily talk about it out loud. It just starts to happen. You see them upload less. You see different things change. They might have a girl in their life, all of that. But we're going to kill two birds with one stone with this one, because the first thing that we want to talk about is unemployment. And then the second thing we want to talk about is marketing yourself. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This is a former employee that used to work for Graham Stephan. Let's get into it, y'all.
Well, guys, this is a tough video to make, but I'm unemployed. Now, for those of you that are new here, about 3 years ago, I was living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my now wife, Kelsey, and I was working from home at a bank. In my free time, I decided to start making content about photography and videography on TikTok and on YouTube. And that's
So let's back up for a minute. He was working from home at a bank. I didn't say Graham did anything yet. We're going to break it down now. He said he was working from home at a bank. Let's continue.
That's when I stumbled upon a video by Graham Stephan, who's one of the largest finance creators here on YouTube. He said he was looking for an assistant just to do a couple miscellaneous tasks here and there. And if you wanted to apply, you had to make a video. So I quickly got to work making a video, and the next day Graham reached out and said he wanted to meet me here in Vegas. After calling in sick to work, I flew out here and spent 2 days working with Graham to see how we meshed. We immediately became really good friends, and he offered me the job. So I asked my wife if she wanted to move to Vegas, and without hesitation, she said yes. So we took everything that we owned, put it into a truck, hauled our car behind it, and moved across the country so that I could pursue my dream career, which is working in YouTube.
Let me ask y'all a question. How much would you give up of your life, or what kind of adjustments would you make in order to pursue whatever your dream job is? SMF says, can someone explain to me what a money phone is? It's basically when you take a whole bunch of money and you put it in a brick and you hold it up to your ear and you act like you're talking on the phone. How much of your life would you upend, and what kind of adjustments would you make in order to pursue your dreams? There's no wrong answer. It's no wrong answer. You could pursue your dreams and going out and working for whoever it is that you want to work for. You can pursue your dreams and go and try to find your dream job. A lot of people went over to Hollywood in order to become an actor, and now I'll be seeing them pissing on the side of the road, because if you walk down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, it's absolutely positively one of the most disgusting roads that I've ever been down, right above Kensington Road, in my opinion. If you walk down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I flew over there when I shot the Dr. Phil show, right? They put me up in a phenomenal hotel over at the Dr. Phil show. And they gave me a stipend of what it is that I want to spend. And so I didn't have a whole lot of time because I was shooting content for YouTube and I was still running my own shows and everything like that, right? But I flew out there, went and shot the Dr. Phil show. I kept y'all up to date on what it is. Y'all thought that it was a phenomenal show or whatever like that. But then I walked down the Hollywood Walk of Fame where they got the stars and stuff like that. It was awful. It was one of the most awful places that I had ever seen in my entire life. It was absolutely awful. It smelled like piss. It was 100,000 Michael Jacksons. Most of them didn't even look like Mike. Most of them just had an afro. I didn't know if they was the new Mike or the old Mike. It was awful. I asked one guy, what is it that he came out there, or was he a transplant? Did he ever move out there? He said he went out there in order to pursue acting. I said, what happened? He said he never became an actor. He said he had a small bit in one movie before, but then he wound up being on the street, and so now he was a Michael Jackson. He said he was thinking about becoming Spider-Man next. He said he was thinking about becoming Spider-Man. He said there was too many other Michael Jacksons out there, and he couldn't compete with the other Michael Jacksons because his knees was getting a little bit older, and so he was thinking about becoming Spider-Man. I said, well, you shouldn't become a Spider-Man. That's going to be even more taxing on your body. He said, well, what do you think I should be, Anton? I said, I think you should be a Transformer. Go and be Bumblebee. You should be Bumblebee. I got the footage. You want me to release the footage? I said, then all you got to do is walk around and transform a little bit, say hi to the kids, and then you'll fit right in with the lady boys. You'll fit right in with the lady boys. He said, it's too many Michael Jacksons. He said he was thinking about being Spider-Man. I said, bro, you should be Transformer. You'll fit right in with the alphabet community out here. Governor Gavin Newsom will advocate for you. Obama will write a letter on your behalf. And you don't have to do nothing except wave to the kids. It is what it... Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get back into the show. Messy mathematician keeps saying that I keep being distracted. Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it. All right, so for those of you that's just getting in, the young man applied to work for Graham Stephan because he wanted to do the creative stuff for Graham. He told his wife, or he asked his wife that they want to move. They moved over to Las Vegas. They packed up everything, put their car in. He quit his job at the bank working from home. I don't know why he would do that. I would still be working from home from the bank. Get both bags. Why you quitting your job? I don't understand that. Before we continue with this video, why do y'all be quitting y'all jobs? Why can't y'all do both? How come you can't pursue your dreams, pursue your hustle, start your business while still working at your job? Especially for those of y'all that work from home. Why is it so difficult for y'all to do both? I don't understand that. Why you can't do both? I'm going to quit my job working from home and I'm going to move all the way across the country. Well, if you can move all the way across the country and they still got Wi-Fi over there, why are you quitting your job? Do both. But let's continue.
I was one of those people who was obsessed with YouTube as a kid. And the fact that I got the opportunity to be able to pursue it with a large creator was amazing. In my 3 years with Graham, I went from an assistant to filming, to editing, to producing, to doing title and thumbnail strategy. Basically everything that you can think of, I helped with. I got to film with some creators I've always wanted to work with, film with some celebrities I've always looked up to, and even in places that I had never dreamed of, like the tallest and most expensive listing in the world. And time again, I use these opportunities to be able to prove myself and my skills and gain more experience. There's definitely a lot to running a YouTube channel that I think we as the audience don't think about, and it's time consuming and really hard work. But truth be told, it is one of my passions. I absolutely love it, and I would love to continue working in the space.
One thing he said that a lot of people skip over: becoming a content creator, a YouTuber, whatever it is that you got going on, is incredibly hard. A lot of people think that they could just start a channel, they can start talking about whatever it is they want to talk about because they don't have the ability to really be able to create content on their own. Then they go over there and they just say, well, I'm going to do a bunch of panels all the time and I'm going to just have a whole bunch of people up on the panel, and they think that they're going to become successful that way. It does not work like that. It does not work that way. I'm going to read that super chat shortly. It does not work that way. Being successful when it comes to content creation is incredibly hard, and a lot of people do not understand it. Being a content creator is it is one of the most difficult things that the over 99.9% of most people that become content creators are not successful as content creators. He's telling you it's one of the hardest things that he's ever done. However, He's dedicated to it and he wants to continue to do it. So he moved all the way across the country. He's done some incredible work. He's filmed with Graham Stephan, all of that other type of stuff. And so he's saying that he wants to continue to do it.
Graham and I became really good friends and I learned so much from him, and we still are good friends. I don't want you guys to think that there's any bad blood or anything. You may be asking yourself, well, Alex, if your job was so great, like what happened? Well, when I initially joined Graham, we were posting so much. We were posting 3 videos on the main channel, 3 videos on the second channel, 1 podcast, and I was running the entire vlog channel by myself as well. That's over 1 video a day, and if you count the clips, I mean, it was even more. We were so busy and there was only 3 of us. But the space on YouTube has changed, and so has the trajectory of Graham's life and channel. I'm not here to talk about Graham or to speak for him, but what I can say is that he's definitely been traveling a lot more with his fiance, Macy.
Let me rewind that really quickly.
Talk about Graham or to speak for him, but what I can say is that he's definitely been traveling a lot more with his fiance Macy, and the amount of videos that we've been posting on the main channel have definitely gone down.
So let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question. It's a couple different things that we want to mine out as we having this conversation. He said, listen, I'm not here to talk about Graham, which basically is code word for I don't want to burn bridges and I don't want to say anything negative about him. Me and Graham were best buds. We were working close together. I did basically every single thing on the channel. We was sweatshopping this shit up. We was posting 3 videos on this channel, 3 videos on that channel, 1 video on this channel, 1 video on this channel. We was doing clips and we was doing all of that other type of stuff, right? He said, but the one thing I can say is that Graham don't post much no more. He be out here chilling with his chick. He traveling with his fiance. He not really into doing content as much as he used to, or whatever. Question. Because I don't think he's throwing shade at all. See? I don't think that he's throwing shade at all. What I think is that he's basically just detailing to you exactly what Graham has already communicated without saying it directly. Listen, Graham has been chilling with his fiance. He travel a lot. He not really interested in working as hard as he used to because now he being able to spend some time with his chick. Couple different questions that I want to ask y'all. Some of us men specifically, because we all in different spaces in our life, but some of us men, is nothing that you're going to do to be able to stop me. There's nothing that you can do that's going to stop me from doing what it is that, like, no woman. It is so normal for women to say, hey, I want to spend more time with you. I want to be able to have some fun with you. I want to make sure that we, if you ask any woman, what is it that you want? They're going to always say more time with you. I don't have it to give you. I don't have it to give you. You're going to have to catch me when you catch me. You're going to have to fly with me when you fly with me. You're going to have to be able to spend your time with me when I'm available. I will make availability on the weekend. That's when we do family time. But during the week, I am a hustler. I am a grinder, right? So the question that I have to ask y'all is, do women inherently slow you down? Do y'all think that women slow you? Do you think that Graham made the adjustment because he has a woman in his life? Listen, I don't give a fuck how much money Graham made. That don't make no difference to me. I don't care how much money I made. I want more. If I made $1 billion, I want 5. My purpose on this earth is not necessarily just the bag. My purpose on this earth is to extract as much as I fucking can out of this earth and to leave it in a better space had I not been here. I am not in the mood to ever slow down just because I have a woman in my life. And if I slow down just because I have a woman, then that is a problem. That is a huge problem. No way, no how am I ever going to slow down because I have a woman in my life. That is not the determining factor for whether or not I'm going to slow down. Let me ask you another question. When you start to lose when you start to lose your edge when it comes to running your business, being a creator or whatever like that, and you start to lose your momentum, can you really get it back? Can you really get it back? Do you have the same enthusiasm as when you first started doing it? Do you have the same grit, grind, hustle? Do you really know what it means to get back into the mud once you really want to get back? If you decide that you ever want to get back, do you have the same grit and grind that you had before to continue to churn out content and information the way that you was before? That hustle. I will tell you, I've never slowed down. The only thing that I've ever done is ramp up. The only thing that I've ever done is ramp up. I have never slowed down. From the time that I started, from a business perspective, from a content creator, the whole 9 yards, I have never, ever, not 1 week can you point to that you say Anton has ever slowed down. Not once. The only time that I slowed down a little bit is when we had somebody flash over on the Lapeef channel and we had to make the adjustment with regard to that. But even then, we started working even harder than we had before because we like, yo, we about to build this shit up and build a whole nother one. I have never slowed down. I have always been all gas, no brakes when it comes to this grind. I'm just built different. I think it's very, very difficult to regain what it is that you had when you decide to get back into it. You got to remain competitive. One of the things that he said that a lot of people is not taking into consideration, he said the dynamics of the content creation game has changed. Y'all missed that part. We only caught the part where he was talking about his girl. Let me rewind it a little bit for you.
We were posting so much. We were posting 3 videos on the main channel, 3 videos on the second channel, 1 podcast, and I was running the entire vlog channel by myself as well. That's over 1 video a day, and if you count the clips, I mean, it was even more. We were so busy, and there was only 3 of us. But the space on YouTube has changed, and so...
But the space has changed. So you pivot, you make adjustments, you extract it differently. You leverage what it is that you have in order to create new aspects and new vehicles and new businesses, and you get inspired. You use other things to keep that carrot in front of your face. I've never slowed down. Never slowed down. Ever. Not once. We only ramp up. And I think it's something to be inherently in you. Inherently in you. It's just got to be inherently in you. Love C says Graham's content was getting a little boring. I silenced his notifications. Look. The one thing about me, whether you like me or hate me, you cannot fucking miss me. When you turn on your YouTube, you gonna see Anton in some motherfucking capacity. You gonna see me talking about this. You gonna see me talk about that. It's gonna be some relationship shit over here that I'm talking about. It's gonna be some money stuff over here. Some popular culture stuff over here. You can't go more than an hour and a half without seeing something new from Anton Daniels. And that has been in flight for a long fucking time now. I'm not going to go over what it is that my strategies are. I'm not going to talk about my work ethic. This ain't about me because we're about to go into a different aspect of this video. But my point is that I'm all gas, no motherfucking brakes. If you going to compete, then you're going to have to really fucking compete when it comes to competing out here in this content creation streets, because ain't nothing that can stop you. Ain't nothing that can slow me down. If you at any point, my homie, I got a really good friend of mine. He said, Anton, you a talking motherfucker. He said, my most valuable asset is my voice, in my opinion. My most valuable asset is my voice. He said, Anton, you a talking motherfucker. You goddamn right I'm a talking. I could talk for 24 hours straight and never, ever miss a beat. It can go on a whole nother 24 hours with a completely different subject if I wanted to. It's just in me. It's just got to be in you. And then you combine it with the grind, you got to get it.
So has the trajectory of Graham's life and channel. I'm not here to talk about Graham or to speak for him, but what I can say is that he's definitely been traveling a lot more with his fiance, Macy, and the amount of videos that we've been posting on the main channel have definitely gone down. So the whole channel was run by just Graham and I, and we were posting 3 finance videos a week for your entertainment.
I hope he was paying you that bag. I pay my people that bag. My people be begging for work. Hey, Anton, what you got next up for me? What you got next up for me? They be trying to keep me on my toes. I surround myself with people that keep me on my toes.
And between 2 people, That's a lot of finance videos to make. There were definitely late nights where I had to push because I got the video at 9 p.m. and we got to get it out by like noon. And
why you editing on that little computer though? Jesus, Graham, buy your people some real equipment, man. Hold on.
Nights where I had to push because I got the video.
Fam, get him a monitor or something. Get him. This man can work. I'm about to contact him. Give me a second. Let me find out.
At 9 p.m. and we got to get it out by like noon. And those were definitely some hard times, but I've learned so much through that. But as time progressed, we went down and down in the amount of videos that we were making. We quickly went from 3 videos a week to 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. The majority of my time.
They quickly went from 3 videos a week to 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. Damn.
On a weekly basis was spent editing and producing and also doing title and thumbnail strategy with Graham. And
this dude was doing everything. Titles, thumbnails, editing, shooting. He had to at least be making $100,000 a year. He had to at least make $100,000 a year. He was going editing, title, shootings, all of that. Graham was like, listen, one thing about Graham is that he operated efficiently. He said, I need one man to do everything.
Since we basically got down to 0 to 1 videos a week, there was not as much work. So because of that, I'm no longer going to be working full-time with Graham, but if he needs some help on the weekends to shoot something or he wants to just hang out, definitely we're still going to be doing that, and we're still really good friends. That being said though, I am open to new opportunities and I would love to join a team or work closely with a creator to really grow a channel out just like I did with Graham. If you want to see some of my favorite work that I did while working with Graham, I'll link it down below.
I'm looking to acquire talent. I'm looking to acquire talent. This man looked like he seemed as though he's really passionate about this. And that he could really be able to have his services swallowed up by somebody that can leverage the things that he's done for Graham. Maybe he could do it for me. I look at this as an opportunity. This is talent right here. This man knows what he's doing, and this is talent. I see an opening.
I would love to find something that's super fulfilling to me and be able to take.
No, he didn't just put some food up there when it says super fulfilling. Sir.
I'll link it down below. I would love to find something that's super fulfilling to me.
And he got jokes. Okay, I like his sense of humor. And he got jokes. And he'll work on a little computer. Okay, cool.
And be able to take these skills that I've built over the last 3 years and put them to good use and build up even more. I have experience from shooting and editing to title and thumbnail strategy and organizing the back end of a YouTube business. I'm also the tech guy, so I ran our servers to be able to store and send files between Graham and the team. And I've also designed many creator and podcast studios like the Iced Coffee Hour. I also did one for Spencer Cornelia and a bunch of others. So I love design and I love tech. Like I said, so if you're a creator or you know somebody who could really use my help, let me know. I definitely want to do something that I'm passionate about. And yeah, you probably need a way to contact me, so I'm going to put my email right here. Feel free to send me an email. And
info at alexandernava.com. All right, let's continue.
we can connect or reach out to me on Instagram. I will also put that right here. While I look at opportunities that would really be fulfilling to me, in the meantime, I am going to be uploading a lot more to this channel. I know it's a lot overdue, and I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded as much as I should. I really love woodworking and I love making stuff. I also like photography and video, so expect some of that on the channel, though I think I am going to get into my garage a lot more and create some things.
So, what are we learning here? What this really is a resume video. Jesse is funny. What this really is a resume video. Now, a lot of you are familiar with how it is and why it is that I joined YouTube in the first place, and how it is that I tell you guys that you are the brand and you have to learn how to market yourself effectively. This is not about Graham. That's the headline. Like, that's the thing that gets you in the door. What this really is this is an opportunity for you to understand exactly where the market is going. In order for you to really leverage marketing yourself in order to get to the positions that you really need to get to, because there's no way that I would have ever discovered this guy. If somebody else is able to poach him before I'm able to poach him, then there's no other way for me to be able to leverage finding out who this guy is, unless he's willing to A, be courageous enough to market himself and put himself out there, and then B, he's able to leverage the technologies and social media correctly, because this is really what social media was for. Social media was for you to be able to leverage it in order to be able to level up when it comes to doing things from a business perspective. One of the reasons why I got into YouTube in the first place is because it allowed for me to be able to separate myself when it came to how it was that I market myself in corporate America in order to get to certain levels, right? I was recruited as a result of a lot of my videos that people then said, hey, I like your personality, so on and so forth. Nowadays, it's a little bit different because my content is a little bit more controversial. But the two reasons that I got into YouTube in the first place was to A, market myself effectively, and then B, be able to document my life. And so you have to think of more creative ways to be able to put yourself in the view and leverage a talent, or be able to reach more people as far as what it is that you do great, to then give yourself a better leg up against the competition and the opportunities that's then going to be available for you. If you are not taking advantage of this, if you are not looking at what it is he just put together as basically a video resume for people to be able to reach out to him, and then he's probably, I guarantee you, he's going to make a significant more amount of money as a result of this video. Whatever it was that Graham was paying him, it's not going to be what it is that he's going to make going forward. Whatever it is that Graham is paying him or was paying him is not going to be even remotely comparable to what it is that he's going to make going forward, because he learned and he's effectively leveraging both the relationship and what it is that he does great in order to put himself in a position to get a better opportunity. That's why we do what we do here on the Millionaire Morning Show, because it always comes back down to the money. In every single situation, it always comes back down to the money. All right? And if you don't think that I'm sending him an email to figure out what it is that he does great, and listen, I don't even need you to necessarily have to move over here to where it is that I am. You can stay where you at. You ain't even got to move. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So this is dope. This is dope. You don't just want to have a resume. A lot of you guys seen a sample resume that I gave to you guys. Matter of fact, I'll upload that this week. I'll convert that over into a more better format for you guys to be able to make the adjustments with. A lot of you guys are familiar with the template that I showed you inside of the Patreon that I use in order to get certain contracts that then we're able to leverage in order to give other people positions and jobs. I don't want to go into too much detail because that was a life hack that you guys really, really liked. I'll upload that this weekend into the Patreon. But more importantly, you have to learn how to market yourself better than just the resume that you send in on Indeed to whoever it is the recruiter is that is then telling you that they have a position for you, okay? Yes, you can use your Instagram. Clean that shit up. Yes, you can use social media and make a video. Yes, you need to learn how to market yourself effectively because you are the brand. The first thing that I look at when somebody sends me a resume, I don't give a fuck about that resume. I'm going straight to their social media to see who they are because I need to understand how it is that you're marketing yourself and what you're really like in real life. And this is absolutely beautiful. I thought that this was a phenomenal video, one of the best videos that I've seen so far. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So